Okay, today we're going to talk about transformation of linear equations. Okay, so when we're talking about transformations, we want to refer as original or parent functions, something that we are going to compare it with. So in this form, y equal mx plus b, the simplest form or the simplest equation will be y equal x. So let's graph this one and use that one as a parent function. Okay, so the y-intercept is 0 because the b will be 0, and the slope is 1. So going 1 up and 1 to the right, I get another point, and I can graph my parent function. Then using these, I want to see or compare other functions. Like for example, y equal x plus 3. So the only thing that I'm changing is the y-intercept. I'm changing from 0 to 3. Let's graph this one and see what will happen. So the y-intercept is 3 and the slope is 1. So I get another point. And when I graph it, I can see the graph. What happened to the graph? It just moved 3 units up because I'm adding on the y-intercept. Let's see another example. What will happen when I add 8 units instead of 3? Okay, so let's graph it. So the y-intercept will be 8 and the slope is 1. So it's here, it's moving 8 units up. Okay, let's see another example. What will happen when I have f of x equals x minus 3? Now the y-intercept is negative 3. So from 0 to negative 3, I'm subtracting 3 on the y-intercept, and this will be the graph. So as you can see, if we add to the y-intercept, the graph will be going up. But if we subtract on the y-intercept, the graph will be go down. So that means that the y-intercept will change. The graph is going to shift up or down if we change the y-intercept. Okay. Now let's see what will happen when we change the slope. We had the parent function y equal x. We're going to graph it. And then now, what will happen when I have f of x equals negative x? Now, instead of the slope being 1, the slope will be negative 1. What will happen when the slope is the opposite, or in this case negative? This will be my graph. So as we can see, it's the same graph, just flip it. It's like the mirror, or like the opposite. Okay, so it will be the opposite, like the point 1 comma 1 now will be 1 comma negative 1. So the x values, the y values will be opposite. Okay, that's when the slope is negative, so it's like a reflection. Now what will happen when we have this function y equals 4x? So now I'm changing the slope from 1 to 4. So what will happen with this line? Let's graph it here. As we can see, the line is shifting up like this, getting more steep. So what is happening is getting closer to the y-axis. Now, what will happen when the slope is reduced? Instead of 1, now it will be 1 half, or 0.5. As we can see, this is less steep. The line will be less steep, so it's getting closer to the x. So that will be happen when the slope is changing. If the slope is greater, it will be really steep line. When the slope is a small number, the line will have less steepness. Okay, so when the slope is negative, the line will be flipped, or will be a mirror. So when the slope is changed, the steepness of the line will change. Okay, so just remember that when the y-intercept it change, if we are adding, it will go up. If we are subtracting, it will go down, and the slope will give me the steepness of the line. Okay,